Money green with the land was. 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 Money green with the land was.
Be relentless. That's it, I'm done.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host.
Yo. Uh-oh. My bad. Yo, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. My name is Mike Reed. I'm here to tell you about all things related to commercial kitchen service, including sales, including chemical. Hold on 1 second. Still loading up some stuff. Let's see who we got that's come in. I do appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. I do know all the other things that are currently going on during moment that this live is being broadcast. So we got Picture Man 63. What's happening? He says, good evening, everyone. I hope all is good. Yep, all is good here. I hope all is good with you guys. If you do want to come up, you don't have to be on camera. You can ask your questions. You can turn the camera off. And I can dive into all the stuff that you need to know. Let's see what we're doing, how we're doing on time. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I am a few minutes early. So hold on 1 second. Still setting up a few things. And welcoming you all in at the same time. Hold on 1 second. So I'm welcoming y'all in. Pile on in, bring your questions. I think what I'm gonna talk about today, while I'm waiting on people to pile in, I'm not counting on that many people tuning in tonight. I did notice that quite a few other people are all putting their stuff on a previous record video. I'm not big on sports, so I ain't too up on it, but I see the writing on the wall with that one. Hold on 1 second. Fixing my readers. Ooh, hey, yo, Milwaukee's got a brand new reader. This one is 2 times magnification. So the last one was 1.25 or 1.5. This one is 2 times magnification, which is just what I need at my age. So actually, this helps out a lot. This helps out a ton. My last one was all raggedy anyway. So I just bought these. So these are available in almost every Home Depot. In my market, there's like 35 Home Depots. Crazy, I know. But in my market, there's like an obscene number of Home Depots. And I go through maybe 2 Home Depots a day. And only one store that I went by didn't have the 2 times magnification. How we doing now? We got 8 people in right now.
How good of you to join us.
All right, and we are live on the hour. What I think I want to cover for you guys is, especially for you new guys, some of the tools that you need. We got new people. What's going on, man? Hey, bro, you just started trade school, but our teacher only shows us YouTube videos. Should I switch schools or just do apprenticeship? You should do apprenticeship. I've never been to a school. I am completely self-taught. My father was taught by somebody, but I was self-taught. I didn't learn from my father. He tunes in every now and then. So if you ever, come in, the link is on there so he can let you guys know his feelings on stuff. But apprenticeship is the way to go. Oh, very simply, it is. Glad you said that, so we can jump on into this. I was going to show you guys some of this stuff, but we will save that for later. I've hold on 1 second. Let me do this one for you.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years.
32 years, bro. I need to update that because I started in 92. So what you got to realize is back in 1992, when I started, appliances that were breaking down were appliances that were breaking down from the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. So those appliances were still running in the 90s. So 70, 80, 90. So if they bought something in 1972, by 1992, it was only 20 years old. And things back then were made to last 30, 40 years. Well, actually longer than that. But things back then, actually the whole problem that the industry had, and then I'm gonna come back and answer your question. But the problem that the industry had were that there were refrigerators still running from the 50s, the old Monitor refrigerators from GE, Philcos. You had all these refrigerators from the 50s, 60s, and 70s that were still running in the 90s. All those manual defrosts. So this is going to be for something for the older guys, but back in the day, grandma used to take that pot of boiling hot water and she would sit it inside the freezer, and they would have to unplug it, and then that warmth and that steam would melt out all the ice, because the freezer would, and Brother Frank, you remember this, the freezer would develop a thick wall of ice, the bottom, at the back, and at the top, and then it would get to the point where you couldn't even use it anymore. It was just like cars back in the day. I am from a different era. I'm gonna leave his question up here. I am from a different era. Everybody who I was working with and everybody who I came up with, they have retired. They are old people. My father is 70. I'm 50. My father is 70. So all those people, they're a lot of them are gone. They're gone. They no longer exist. So I'm gonna get you there. These appliances had very few parts. I'm gonna give you a refrigerator. So a refrigerator that didn't have, they were like cars where you had automatic and you had stick shift cars. Back in the day, a stick shift car was a common car. You had to pay more money for automatic. And then it flipped. Oh God, I can't remember when it flipped. But stick shift was the thing, and automatic was an upsell. Just like Rust-Oleum was an upsell. And so a manual refrigerator, a manual defrost refrigerator, it didn't have a fan in the freezer. It didn't have defrost, so it didn't have any heaters. It didn't have a timer. So back in the day, if I'm working on refrigerators, you had your 3-in-1, because the compressors would the contacts and the relays on the compressor would go out, and then we put a 3-in-1 on there. We had thermostats, so we would put the old analog thermostat on there, the relay for the compressor, door switch. We had door switch for the light in the fridge. Some of the fridges did have a fan. At the upper top point part to blow the cool air around down in there. And then later on, then you started introducing automatic defrost, and that was an upsell. So, and it's like that with stoves too. When I learned to work on stoves, they were pilot lit stoves. The problem with the pilot lit stoves is the pilot would go out, and people have gas fires and stuff like that, because people still smoked back then. I'm from the era where people smoked, like a lot of people. It was very common for people to smoke. So you had that. Washers were very simple, and everything I'm mentioning, there were no computer boards in them, nothing like that. So washer machines would just use simple belts. Pumps were rebuildable, all that kind of stuff. So I didn't come up during the era that you are. In order to be self-taught, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn through stuff like this. And chime in anytime. Hold on one second. Chime in anytime, Jumpy. chime in anytime, because this is the best way for you to get to where you need to go. All right, cool. Hold on 1 second. So the majority of the things I'm showing you are all free courses that you can take online. Like this is Watts. This helps you learn how to work on connecting up water to equipment. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can give you a link. Let me see where this referral thing. Share your story. I've never done the share my story. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you. I'm going to show you one of the training things real quick. Oh, I need to take this music off. So far I've done 28 training classes. Had a number of certificates and whatnot. These are stuff I haven't been on here. Yeah, I haven't been on here since 2022. I haven't been on here since 2022. But I made sure that I covered, all my Legionnaires. I covered leak detection, all that stuff. See, here's the Legionnaires that I've taken. I've taken my gas. Oh yeah, that's right. So Watts makes components and features on gas and water, and then they do trenches and a whole lot of other things, and this is all free. So hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can hold on, let me take this. Oh sure, no problem. I'm sorry I'm doing it in a roundabout way, bruh, but I'm so sorry I'm doing it in a roundabout way, but I've been doing this since 1992, when I was 15 years old in 1992. So you're in a completely different world from where I am right now. Hold on, I got to take away this music because I can play the music in the beginning, but YouTube is going to really get on me for having it later on in the video. They're going to want me to edit it out. Anyway, that's back end stuff. Oh, hold on 1 second. Oh, these are designed for you to. These are snippet classes, as I like to say. They're like 5 minutes or less each one. Oh, there's refer a friend. Hold on 1 second. Yo, if you don't mind, type in your email. You could delete it, or yeah, I can delete it. I don't know how the hell that works. If you don't mind, you could type in your email. I can send you the link to this training, which is completely free. Last broadcast, I was covering over all the stuff that not Continental, a lot of other people have. These are all free classes. It is essentially the same thing that that the guy is showing you, and that's what I show people videos. And where you get the same knowledge that you're learning in your classes, I show you who these manufacturers are. And Jumpy, what city are you in? That'll help me out with the next part of this. And I know there's a little delay, so I'll hold on a second. Yeah, if you want to type your stuff in, I can show you this stuff real quick. But let me go into one of the classes. And like I said, these are only 5 minutes. Let's go here to active learning. Oh, damn, I want all learning. Okay, so this is gas. So this will help you. And fun fact. So you need to call Legacy too. I take it that you are scared to death of gas. I used to live in West Palm Beach. I know 90% of you guys down there in Florida are scared to death of gas. And this will help you out. This will help you learn what you need to know about gas. A large number of issues that you encounter are solved by just understanding the freaking, oh, you can't see me, but just understanding the freaking gas hose, bro. The gas hose is one of the most nuisance issues. The gas hose, if it's not, this is not like residential. It's not, it not only is it screwed in, but it has what's called a quick disconnect. You know what? Let me stop miming this bullshit. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do the same thing your instructor did, but I'm gonna have to show you a damn YouTube video. I'm gonna have to show you a damn YouTube video. Oh, let's see here. Anyway, so you could flip through. Okay, good.
Welcome to the Watts
Yeah, I'm so
online
sorry,
learning
man. I gotta
portal.
show you this.
The objectives of this course are to examine the
So anyway, so you could move throughout this thing, and so because the
Swivel
thing
max is a
rotates,
360-degree multiplane.
a lot of
Next, we will look at the
situations
swivel-
occur
Swivel
where
Max provides full 360-degree
right they're moving. So on the commercial side of things, the equipment moves. We move like 90% of that stuff. Steam kettles don't move, and some ovens and grills don't move, but the vast majority of equipment moves. It is designed to be moved, and so they add these quick connects to them. They add these swivels, and what occurs is the disconnect isn't
The
reconnected
Swivel Max
properly.
fitting ranges in sizes from 1/2 inch to 1 1/4 inch.
And just like they're showing you on here, there are 4 different sizes of gas hoses. So you got that 1 1/4, that's your Vulcan, and some other Hobart stuff. Vulcan is made by Hobart. Hey, how familiar with you? And I'm glad you found the channel. How familiar are you with commercial equipment? Oh, okay. It's in the chat. All right, cool. Oh, your email's in the chat. I don't see it, bro. Hold on 1 second. Let's see it. What is it in the back? Is it in the back chat? See it, bro. I don't see it. Let me look in the private. No, I don't see it in private chat either. I don't see it in private chat. That's all right. That's cool. No. I'm not concerned about. All right. So Jumpy's saying you haven't gotten any hands-on experience. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. What I'd like. All right. So if you stay with me, and hopefully everybody keeps me on course. I spent an awful lot of time on Florida. What we will do is we will jump into the health department list and all that other good stuff. And so I'm gonna show you the people that are in need. I'm gonna show you how you should actually go and talk to these people. All right, who they are, how you approach them, all that good stuff. Now, Ajax says hello. Just started working for HVACR. As a split unit installer for residential. Glad to have found this channel. Well, I'm glad you found it too. This is that time of the year for you guys to find that stuff as things slow down. You guys look on YouTube and you find all of the kind of interesting stuff. See, I done already lost a few people. But anyway, gas. So since you guys are doing HVAC,
Now
well,
let's
not on
briefly
split
review
system, but on
installation
HVAC,
of the Swivel
you're going to
Max.
see the gas
For
and all that
complete
stuff.
information, you can install the Swivel Max rotational fitting on
Oh,
either
there's
end,
rights and
or
wrong.
the addition of 1 or 2 Swivel Max fittings can assist in eliminating sharp bends and kinks in your gas
So you see this dip in there, and you see the way everything is connected. There's only one. There's only one quick connect. Everything that you see on the wall is designed for you to just rapidly release everything. And what you're looking at, yeah, it's just a little different. So you have the gas cut off, and I guess it drops the line down. This is something newer. The other ones that we have, it is it's a situation where you pull down a ring and then the whole gas line comes apart.
Thank you for
Dormont,
allowing us to
Watts
serve as your
makes all
partner
this
in
kind of
success.
stuff.
For more information,
All right, so let me go back. So this is Watts. I'll show you guys Watts. Hold on, let me go ahead and show you guys some of the and you're gonna need this. Like Ajax needs this too. This is going to be for, let me remove that. Let me add this new one. And so how I operate is you ask any question you want as we go. Not a big deal. That's actually, I function a lot better when you guys are asking questions. All right, so you're gonna have Corel. What is it? Not Continental. Damn. What the hell is it? HVAC controllers. Dixel. Okay. Yeah, Corel. So you got Corel. The same controllers that you guys see on some systems. All right. They have their own app. The app is going to teach you how to use their systems. They have everything here. This is completely free. And you can go in here and teach yourself at your own pace. EEVs, those are expansion valves. You got EXVs. So yes, there are 3 different spellings. You got the EEV, EXVs, and then you got TXVs, thermal expansion valves, and then you have another spelling of electronic expansion valves. They haven't quite settled on how they're doing this. So this is Corel controllers. Hold on one second. Let me drop the link in here. So that's going to be the link for Corel controllers. Let me give you the link for your compressors. Tecumseh has, and I'm spelling Tecumseh incorrectly. Hold on one second. All right, so Tecumseh has an app as well. I'm not able to do this because I can only broadcast using my laptop. So hold on one second. Is it under resources? So if you go into your app store, whether it's Apple or Android, you're going to find the Tecumseh apps. You're going to find the Corel app, and you're going to find. I am pulling a freaking blank right now. I'm pulling a freaking blank. Hold on one second. Oh, thank you, Brother Frank. Thank you, Brother Frank. Brother Frank says, yeah, support the channel. I do appreciate you. I appreciate that, brother. Tecumseh. So Tecumseh is a major manufacturer of compressors. You see this in the HVAC world. Well, yes, they do it for regular refrigeration as well. And so, yeah, that's where they have heat load calculations. They cross-reference guides. So everything you need to know, you have access to that. Oh, let me make this thing a lot bigger and make myself smaller because it is about the information and not about me. So things that you would be a little more familiar with, like select room size. So this is, if you're going to do a walk-in. And then now specialty is what they consider a prep room. Here we go. Beer cooler, apple storage, candy, ice storage. There we go. Ice storage. What is your target room rate? I'll say 28. Let me skip this because they'll take down the job information, shape of the room, blah, blah, blah. All right, quick. And so these are things just for you to play around with. And we'll do 10 feet. We'll do 10. Oh, we'll do 10 feet. And height, we will do 12. Only Numbers allowed. Didn't I say 12? The hell? Huh. Okay. I don't know why they wanted me to do that. Anyway, so these are things to play around with. It's going to give you what BTU load that you're going to need. This is for ice. And then here it is. Find the product. Now you're going to experience, like I was telling other people that watch the show and interact with me, you're going to want to go to some of these places, and then you can, once you see what their situation is, that's when you can use all these tools. You don't have to feel like you're lost. You don't need to feel overwhelmed. I am showing you where this stuff is. Not only do you have the access to this type of information, you can also, oh, you can't see me. You can also call these people as well. You can also call them. The rule of thumb is stick with what they currently have. If you stick with what they currently have, this will be a whole lot easier for you, because now you don't have to reinvent the wheel. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to source the newer version of the current equipment that they have. And the refrigeration, the refrigerant is going to be different. As you would say, the Freon is going to be different. And that's where all this information comes into play, because that's going to determine your EXV, your TXV, that is going to, your EEV, that is going to determine your, what type of compressor, all that kind of stuff. And it's now up to you. See, so that's why right here, the refrigerant section is blank. This is going to be indoor. Boom. So it already told me to say, hey, mother sucker, you go in. Hey, mother lover, we're going to make you go with 449. And your customer, especially over there in Florida, they're going to have like R12, shit like that. Some of that stuff is going to be 404. You might even run into some, yes, I'll just stick with that. And so you're not going to be able to get that same matching refrigerant. Yeah, this is very useful, in the field, or just when you're planning what to do. You're figuring out what kind of pricing you're going to run into. Once you go through these little tools that's out there, now you're not at the mercy of the counter clerk at URI. You're not at the mercy of the counter clerk at Baker Refrigeration. You're going to be armed with a little bit of information that you can navigate with a whole lot better. So let me go back to this thing. So now you have cooler voltage. What kind of voltage are they working with? Are they hooking up to 110 or are they hooking up to 220? Now I said 110 is 115 volts. That's going to be interchangeable from like 110, 108, all the way up to 120. And then 208, as it says there, 208-230. So you're going to experience voltage from 208. Now that's the thing, you can't go lower than the 208, but you can go up to 240 volts. That is all under that 208 to 230. And so you're going to choose the cooler voltage. We're going to go with 115 volts. Unit cooler. Now, we are going to go with EC fan motors. That's electronically controlled. Coil. We are going to go with fin and tube. Blah, 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 da, 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 da. All right. Target runtime, 16 hours a day, yada, 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 yada. When you're below sea level. So now this is giving us 3 units to choose from. And this is just one of them. This is just Tecumseh. Like I said, there's various different tools here. Wholesale locator, just all kind of things that you would need starting out. But this, yeah, I know it's useful in the field, but it's just things that would help you starting out. And that's what I'm all about, is to help you guys get your footing, serial number reader, all that kind of stuff. You know, and that's going to pop up all kind of information you're going to need. Hold on, let me go to another one. Hold on. Damn, I can't believe I'm pulling this blank. Not Corel, but hold on one second. Dan Foss. Let me go to Dan Foss. I'm doing everything but. All right, so here's Dan Foss. Let me give you the link to Dan Foss, and you're gonna go ahead and get the app. So there's an app for all the Dan Foss stuff, and I haven't even gotten into all the other ones. So here, let me give you the links. Like I said, they have the apps that fit on your phone, and it's going to help you out when you're trying to. There's the learning, fixing and troubleshooting. And like I said, again, it is all free. Anybody here interested in deep fryers, things of that nature? Because that's what some of the manufacturers that I've talked to that expressed a need like yesterday. They just have decided to part ways with a large nationwide service provider, and they need help in Florida, South Florida, which is not something that you guys normally hear. But anyway, so Dan Foss Learning, this is where you're going to get it. Let me give you the link. So there you go in the chat. There's the link to learn things about Dan Foss, their controllers, their compressors, the whole nine. All right, and like I said, they have apps. So they have apps that help you. So if you're looking at a compressor, so if you're out and you're looking, let me put myself on the screen. So if you're out and you're looking at a compressor, you're like, man, I don't know what the hell this is. I can't read the rest of the labels. If you can find the model number for it, information for it, and they have a QR code scanner and things like that, it'll give you the cross-reference guide so that you can get another compressor for that. Oh, good. So you can get another compressor for that unit. All of that is available on the apps that I've given you. Once again, these apps are completely free. There is no charge for these apps. Delete them if you don't need them, right? Delete them if you don't need them. It's not a big deal. But give them a look over. Do yourself a favor and give them a look over. I had somebody once say, what do I need the app for? I'm like, whatever, dude. you don't want it, then you don't want it. But expose yourself to it. Like I said, they got everything for residential and commercial. And this is all, yeah, you can download the controllers, all the Dixel stuff. Oh yeah, the Copeland app. That's what I was looking for. The Copeland app. So another one is a good one to have is the Copeland app. Let me take myself off this damn screen. Mike Adams, what's happening? On the way home? Nice. Okay, nice. Onera Group. Okay, yeah. Like I said, the deep fryer stuff. Now, Mike Adams is the number one. He's a very top contributor to the channel. So yeah, that is. I believe I gave it to you. That was Legacy Group. Because I try to make sure I give all the anybody who's. I don't put any type of limit or cap or restriction or some minimum or whatever you feel, you can provide that helps out with the channel. And so people that have contributed to the channel, I always try to make sure that I provide them this information first, especially if they ask, but I'm pretty sure you got it. This is Legacy Group. So Legacy Group has stopped using a major service provider in South Florida, and they are in dire straits. And so they like, yeah, if you can send people our way, then definitely do that. And that is Legacy Group. Oh, let me see what we got here. on a SWAT game. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me go. Hold on one second. Let me get these guys. As you see the Emerson thing, Dixel, Emerson, Copeland, all the same company. Let me go back here. And this is the controller information. This is how you program it. And all the information is there. Every now and then you're going to run into a unit. It's going to be in Celsius, and you want to put it in Fahrenheit. You got defrost issues on some kind of or the unit is cutting off, short cycling. And this is like a walk-in or a cooler with a remote. And so you would need to actually go into the Dixel controller. What the hell happened? You would go into that Dixel controller, and then you could change the controls, the settings. Now we're going into, come on, man. Go on back. Let's go into Copeland. Come on, Copeland. All right, now that it has refreshed my memory. And so Copeland, there it is, the Copeland compressor app. Copeland is going to do the same thing. It's going to help you cross-reference compressors and everything like that. Oh, nice. So on the 19th, they got a webinar coming up. For HVACR professionals. And let me just drop this in there so you can get to where I am. Yeah, I thought you had that, brother. I thought you had that. So Mike Adams like, yeah, I know for sure. Hey, don't hesitate. Call those people. At least let them know that you're interested. You have them to call. If I have, just so you guys know, if I have given you that stuff and you end up in a situation, if they are not able to help you with it, then I will be available to help you with it. You know, if for whatever reason, hold on, let me put myself on the screen. For whatever reason, if you're not getting, make myself bigger. If you're not getting the right attention, if you're not getting a solid walkthrough, please let me know. I do talk to these companies. I'm just a regular guy just like you, but I do from time to time speak with various people in these manufacturers, in these companies. Various people call me and talk to me. And it's not like I make any money off of it, but they just call and talk to me and explain different things and what's going on with their company. People like talking to me. I don't know what that is all about. But if you are experiencing some issues, let me know. And next time I do end up speaking with these people, or one of my people that I actually converse with quite a bit, I can let them know that these are some issues, these are some concerns that people are having, that it's only going to be beneficial to you. But if they are giving you pushback, if they are giving you problems, you let me know. You say, hey man, I called such and so day, or I tried to call today and they gave me problems. Could you help me? And then I put you out here. So I'm not going to let you hang out here. So then you let me know, and you let me know that you have problems, and you let me know what you're working on. I will do my absolute best to work on you with it. If it's something that I got a liaison with the manufacturer on, that's something I have no problem with doing. But typically I'll just tell you, yeah, man, that's this, that's that. You're gonna need this, and then you then call to the factory and you tell them, hey, look, I'm gonna need a thermostat. I'm going to need a thermocouple. I'm going to need a gas valve. I'm going to need a high limit, that type of thing. And then we will attack it from there. And anybody new, especially you guys in Florida, please do not run any work calls for one of these damn companies that's in bankruptcy. It is MVP Group. Do not Let me see if I can find that. Not running. All right. Hold on one second. MVP Group is in bankruptcy. These tariffs hit them hard. Right. So here it is right there. Fort Lauderdale Company. Uh-oh, you guys can't see it. Fort Lauderdale Company files for bankruptcy. They end up getting overextended because of this whole tariff thing. They end up opening up a new, they used to just be in Vancouver, and then they split things up and started opening up in the US, and they couldn't afford to do it. So here it is right there. The long-time multi-million-dollar business with more than 60 years. That I don't know who the hell they used to be before they were MVP Group. Several factors into his filing Chapter 11. So they are not paying people. They are not paying people. And I went through quite a bit to tell you guys about MVP Group. And here it is right there, MVP Group in Florida, because they're going to hit you guys up in Florida because you're right there. And they provided a lot of equipment in Florida. So anything you do, get a credit card up front. Anything you do, do not wait on a check from these people because they are in Chapter 11 and you probably won't get paid. You probably won't get paid. So they have sent out letters. Unfortunately, some people that follow my broadcast, that have watched my show, that have listened to me, they've done at least like 6 calls that they have gotten paid for. I know of at least 3 people right now that have not received payment for the jobs that they've done. MVP had always paid me. All right, so I wasn't aware. They probably knew that I was telling people to do work for them, so they made sure that I was getting paid. But you guys weren't getting paid. So when they call you, and they will call you, do not take the call without credit card. They called me one time, and I told them, I said, "Hey, man, I know you guys are in bankruptcy. I want a credit card." Oh, we'll call you back. Meanwhile, they were sticking it to this other company in Houston. They called some other company and had them go out there, and them bastards are never going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, tragedy. But I try to keep you guys updated on what's good and what's bad. Viewers told me that they were telling me like last year and a half ago that they were having trouble getting paid. And then some of them said, "Hey, man, we got a letter in the mail." Because they were already in Florida, or they were already on the East Coast, and they had got a letter from the law firm that was handling the bankruptcy, saying, fill out the paperwork so we include your stuff in the bankruptcy, and then that's not anything big, and stuff like that. But be careful with MVP. No, Brother Frank, they don't have a van. They don't have a van. Dukers has a van. No, I don't think there's an MVP. I've never seen an MVP. Nothing. Because here's the thing. MVP wasn't even, they were only in Vancouver. They were only in Canada. And they were shipping the appliances on this side of the border. And this is a new thing where they opened up this Florida office. And so this thing is not going to let me get into it. It's all a whole audio thing. $1 to $10 million. Wow. $1 to $10 million in assets. Yeah, so this track. So August 29th, they filed bankruptcy. And sometime in September, people were telling me that they had got these letters from the bankruptcy lawyer, all that kind of stuff. And this is MVP Group. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't work on the equipment. Everything you work on, you can work on them COD. The parts are available, all that good stuff. But as far as doing a warranty where you expect to get compensation from MVP Group directly, don't do it. Do not do it. Now, MVP does not make any of this equipment. Like the ovens and stuff are Atosa, like that's the Atosa Axis oven or whatever the hell it is. So some of this stuff is Atosa, some of this stuff is Dukers, some is Blue Air, some is Atosa, Dukers, Blue Air. Yeah, it just a large number of other manufacturers, and what MVP was doing is they were slapping their name on the equipment. Now, with the exception of Jet Tech, I think the Jet Tech was actually theirs. So just so you know, even though the brand, the company MVP, if they go away tomorrow, the equipment is still going to be there. The equipment is still going to exist. You can still get parts for it. You can still collect COD money, cash. Like this oven. This oven actually is made in Italy. This oven is made from Italy. The distributor is actually in Quebec, Canada. This is an Italforni. This is an Italforni oven. And if you ever run into one of these, I can give you all the information on that. I got a number of parts on these. So this oven, this is a good example right here. So this oven is a conveyor oven, but it has the brick slats. So it gives your pizza a brick oven pizza with the convenience of a conveyor. So an unskilled employee could put raw pizza, a fresh pizza, on the entryway of that oven, and then by the time it comes out the other end, it's completely done. They don't have to rotate it like they have to with a brick oven. They don't have to hold it up to the dome and melt the cheese and things like that like they have to with a brick oven. So man, for you new guys, I got a lot to tell you guys about. I got a lot to tell you guys. Oh well, I got a lot of equipment to go over with you. But other than that, man, stay away from this. Stay away from doing any kind of calls to them bastards, because you won't get paid. I'm keeping an eye on them. I'll let you know when things change, if there's new ownership, all that kind of stuff, because that's usually what happens. It's usually what happens. Legacy brands. Oh, all right. This is what I'm gonna do. I am going to go to AdCraft. What the hell is it? What is it? It is General Foods. All right, this will be an easier one. So for all you guys in South Florida, and it doesn't really matter where you are in the U.S., but specifically they're looking for, they're using me quite a bit here in Texas. Contact us. This is on my prior videos. This is the legacy companies. If you go ahead and email them, email the tech support department. There's the phone number. I'll leave that up there just for a second, and then we'll move on. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to showing you guys the health department. So we have Florida. Anybody else? What other areas are here? Because we have Ajax. Ajax, what area are you in? So Ajax and Jumpy. I know Jumpy's in Florida. All right, so that's long enough on this one. What we're going to do is restaurants, health code, violations. Florida. All right. Inspections and complaints in Florida. I'm going to go with Fort Lauderdale. All right, food inspections county. We are going to go with Palm Beach. All right, St. Lucie. Oh, hold on a second. What am I gonna do? Dade. I'll go with Dade. Everybody loves Dade. And we are going to go with Friday of last week. Let's go with that. Yeah. So in Miami, what we got in Miami? Everything is satisfactory. How dare they? Anyway, what I'm going to show you is, a culinary school. Let me go back into this thing. Results. No, we want corrective action. That's what we want. We want corrective action. Oh, you bastards. No records. That's a damn lie. That is a damn lie. Let's see what they did today. None, huh? All right. I'll play the game they're playing. Let's go with compliance. See, they're playing these games. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll go with any. All right, we'll go with any, and let's see what they got popping up today. Oh, they didn't go out today. That's what it is. So let's go with the third. And let's see if we can find anything interesting. So let me just go with, I like to go over the schools. We'll go with the learning experience school. And let's see what they went over. Okay, I gotta go. Let me see if I can look at this report. Most of this stuff is What the hell is this? Homestead, Hialeah, an adult daycare, the City Christian Academy in Miami. What the hell did they just do to me? All right, so tell you what, I'm gonna go back. A lot of these states are playing these games. They don't like me going in here and showing you guys what's what. Because almost all of this stuff is satisfactory, but I'm still going to show you. The hell is Rose Charles? Laura Raphael. Let's go into it anyway. All right, let me just download the PDF, and then I'm going to have to show you the PDF. That's how they're doing this. Violation summary was 56, huh? Put me through it. All right, hold on. So I'm downloading this thing, putting it on the desktop. Oh, this is dirty pool. Anyway, this is giving you what you're going to do. Who we got here? Not Ajax. So Jumpy. What you're going to do is this gives you information. You're going to have to search through. You're going to have to search through this list. And my suggestion is you search through the list, starting with places that are in your zip code, starting with places that are closest to you. This is going to give you, this gives you the owner's name. This gives you the location of the restaurants. Other states gives you phone numbers, and it was just a routine inspection. What you get to do is you say, hey, I've got this information for Miss Laura Raphael, and this is information on my service company. I take care of issues that you might have with the health, any particular violations or anything that the health department wants you to take care of as far as equipment that is not at the proper temperature, door gaskets, shelves that are corroded, doors on refrigeration. heating equipment, as far as deep fryers, grills, ovens, that type of thing. And that is a great place to start, because now you have names. Usually they give you a number, but they're playing these games now. They decide to play these games, but you're really going to have to search through this damn thing, because they're playing these games. They got this stuff. So they're telling you what the violation is. You have to look up the violation codes for South Florida, and that will explain to you what the 55 is. You can also call over there, because all this stuff is public information. And it's funny how, not to be vain or nothing, but it's funny how they decide to switch this stuff up and make this incognito all of a sudden. Because when I first started doing this was very open. Phone numbers, names, the name of the business, the address, you have the whole nine, because this is anyone who is serving food to the public. Their information is available for public knowledge. See, so this one is telling you no violations. But what did we see here? There was a violation. We don't know what that is. You have to look that up for Florida. The other one was violation was 55. Other places, they are out and out telling you, hey, look, this was at, too warm. This location needs all new door gaskets. This other one has problem with the sinks and water and all that good stuff. Let me see if you got any comments. Oh, is there a comment? Yo, Untamed Kango, what's happening? Yeah, you're in Florida too. Yeah, so Florida, brother, Florida is changing, but still, that they still had something. They had something that the health department found that they wanted addressed. It wasn't a major violation, but still something that they wanted addressed. See, this is a number of them. What exactly those are, you'd have to Google it. You can actually call them, have them send you a list of what that is, and that's a school. It's a Catholic school. Schools are kind of a pain because they don't want you in there when the kids are in school. If you do go in there when the kids are in school, you have to have a chaperone and all that kind of stuff. Then you Catholic school, Islamic school, Jewish school, it doesn't matter. Payment. You want credit card. Do not go with check. You want credit card, because they are going to tell you, sister so-and-so cut you a check next week. And then next week come like, oh, we didn't realize she was on vacation next week. They all do it. So you want that credit card information up front, at least for them to pay your service call fee. And then you go from there. Broward County. What was the date on that? Now, see, I want to go up a little bit. All right, we're going to go corrective actions. Oh, see, that's dirty. I'm going to say there's none. Bull. That's bull. Oh, I need to change this date. My bad. Let me change the date to 3rd. Now, this is Broward County. And so miraculously, they're saying everyone is satisfactory. That's some bull caca. Burro caca. Grand Villa of Palm Bay. Huh. I know who that is. Grand Villa of Palm Bay. That's up in Palm Beach. How the hell is that? Wait a minute. Yeah, City of Palm Bay. I used to do work there. All right, so they had a couple of violations. Violation 47 and 49. I know, once again, I don't know what that is, but you know that the health department has been on them. The health department saw that there's things that they need addressed. You now have, because it is, I thought this was like a living facility. check this out. I've done work. Granted, it was 25. Right. See? Granted, it was 20 years ago. Senior living. Yeah. Senior living. This is another thing I was telling you guys about, right? Oh, okay. So senior living, they had a couple of violations. No, I'm sorry. They had a couple of things they wanted them to address. This is one of the major things I tell you about. Assisted living. I tell you about this all the time. The last live I did, that's where I was. I was in an assisted living facility. One of their ice machines was down. I went on over there in the evening. It was a lot easier for me to go in. There was no kitchen staff, no nothing. Boom, went in. You guys saw most of it. I was able to take care of it with a new inlet water valve. But this gives you, so now you know that you can go on over there, give them your information, because they definitely have things they need to address. I want to see if this is part of a much larger. I want to see if this is part of a much larger organization. I don't see anything. I don't see anything that says they are. Sorry about that. It says that they are part of some large organization. And yeah, they got memory care, independent living, assisted living. But what I tell you guys, private schools, daycares, assisted living. So you guys that are still branching over from residential, right? This is the sweet spot. So they still have appliances that they are the ones supplying that are residential, and they still have commercial appliances. So they also cook for the residents, and they cook for them in their commercial kitchen. So this is where's the dining area? So it is a way for you to really bridge the gap, so you can get in there taking care of the residential stuff. And usually, like, they have washers and dryers included in there. They need the dryer vent cleaning done in those places. So you can offer your services on the residential and commercial. Chances are, whoever facility people that they have, probably doing some light work on the residential stuff. But you can come in there and tell them that you help out with all the stuff that those guys don't know, and then you can also take care of the commercial stuff. All right, so let me go back. Anyway, so this is Florida and the new system that they've come up with, which sucks. This is terrible. They need to be food hygiene. They got this hidden under food hygiene. Yeah, they need to be taken out back. I could have did Okeechobee County. See, there it is. Yeah, you can search by zip code. I make this bigger. You can search by zip code 33411. Let me see what's happening down there. Palm Beach. All right. Amazing Kids. See. Del Mar, Royal Palm Beach, the main kitchen. See, everything is going to say satisfactory. Oh, let's see what we got. This one, they were just out there. Woo! Okay. So you would really need to go and look up and see. But look, they said everything is satisfactory. But they still have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 violations. What the hell the 4 are, I don't know. Normally I can get into that with you guys, but I don't know what that is. But then we'd have to look that up. But you know it's the main kitchen. It is in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen, so you would actually, going over there, trying to talk to the kitchen manager, trying to talk to the facilities manager at Belmar at Royal Palm Beach, and you would just present to them your information, let them know you help out with any type of health department issues. Once again, you want to tell them that you help out, you can repair the warming lamps, you can, once again, door gaskets, that type of thing. Because that is a lot of what the health department hits them on. You can do thermostats and take care of their griddles, grills, deep fryers, all that fun stuff. Let's see if we have any questions so far. Oh, good. You're still here. All right. Yeah, there are so many different levels to it. Just because you might not be experienced doesn't mean that you can't. You can still change the thermostat. You can still change the controller. I gave you the app for Danfoss. I gave you the app for Corel, Copeland. The instructions are in there. They have an 800 number. You can call them, but you really can take, make sure the power's off, take one wire off and, and match it up. They're all numbered. The schematics are on the parts for the refrigeration. And like I said, when it comes to hot side stuff, once again, you're changing thermostats or burn wires on warming lamps, things like that. You can still charge a pretty penny. And unlike other industries, with this, you are constantly going back. A standard kitchen is going to have over 35 pieces of equipment, and everything is mandatory. Everything is necessary. It's in there and it has to work. Your heat lamps have to work, because if not, the health department is going to hit them. They're going to say, hey, we checked this food and it was at 110 degrees. It has to be at 135, or this is meat or whatever. This has got to be at 150. And, we'll be back in 2 days. Have this fixed. And they're scrambling, man. They're like, oh, damn, we got to get somebody to fix this. Door gaskets are another thing. So you don't have to be some skilled technician to change door gaskets. You can go ahead and get this stuff right from All Points, Hartstown. Baker has door gaskets in Florida. I think there's some URI in Florida. Hold on, let's check. And Myabs, thank you very much. And how are you doing, by the way, brother? How are you doing? Let's see here. United Refrigeration, Miami. Oh yeah, see, there you go. So United Refrigeration is there in Miami. United in Miami, South Miami. Oh, let's see if we got. There they are. Oh yeah. You don't give a. Dude, why does this look like the scene? And I'm gonna date myself now. Why does this look like the scene? Why does this look like the scene from Bad Boys, where they rolled up on the Italian dude from Goodfellas? They rolled up on the Italian dude, Jojo. Then he's like, oh, I'm not in the drug game no more. Jojo, no tires. Bruh, you can't tell me that don't look like that. Dude, what's his name was standing right there and he pulled up with the Porsche. Oh, man. You guys know who the hell I'm talking about. The one from Bad Boys. And it was Bad Boys 1 or 2, and it was Chrissy. No, was it Chrissy from Goodfellas? Whatever, the young one with the real hot girlfriend that was doing the coke, and the girlfriend ended up being an FBI informant. Anyway, him, Jojo, no time. You can't tell me that's not what that looked like, bro. Dude, Florida, bro. What? Yeah, why y'all still there? I don't know why y'all still there. Look at that place. Look at that place. Yo. Hey, you gonna have to take the good with the bad. Just know I'm gonna be on. Oh God, I'm gonna be on y'all, Florida. Oh, I was never so happy as when I left Florida, bro. I was never so happy. Yo, what the hell? What in the hell is this? Yeah. Oh, Florida's like the place that time. God. Dude. Fun fact: these are like Copeland compressors right there. There are Copeland compressor classes in. These are a little more advanced, but these are. I don't know if you guys used to watch Young Buck Refrigeration. Unfortunately, his employer. Yeah, I know, brother. Yeah, Chrissy Melisante. Yeah. JoJo just do tires. JoJo no tires. I don't know nothing else. Just JoJo no tires. Chrissy Melisante. Yeah. Bruh, you can't tell me that they didn't just pull up and there was a stack of tires out front. I swear to God, that's the same building. I swear that's the same damn building, bro. Bad boys, do this, boy. Oh, good, a nice little video. So this is a rack, and I am pretty certain that those are Copeland semi-hermetic compressors. Let me show you. Let's go to URI. All right, so let me go to URI events, and I'm gonna try to wrap this thing up. For all you guys that are, you really got to look up and see if you have a URI in your area. Let me go ahead and drop the link. Let me drop this link. So they also have manufacturer-led classes. So these are the people that come there. The people that are giving the class are actually from Copeland. They're actually from Manitowoc. So these are New Jersey. So in December, like I said, that's when the classes are starting up from Manitowoc for all you guys over there on the East Coast. Manitowoc School, Ocean City, New Jersey. So that's December 9th. Scotsman, Gainesville. Oh, that's you guys. Gainesville, Florida. North, but still. PA, Manitowoc. Like I said, they own it. For me, Humble, Texas, December. Oh, so the videos are going to start rolling out again. Wait a minute. Bosch factory tour? What is this? In Fort Lauderdale? What in the what? Hold on, I got to see what this is. I got to see what the hell. What the hell? Oh, another Chrissy. Chris Morrissey. Oh, wow, isn't that a name? All right, so you got to wear you got to wear shoes. So, and they do have to say that for you Florida fellers. I'll just say it like that. They do say it for you alligator wrestling, bush beer drinking Florida, living in the swamps, man, yeah, where they still have plantations. Why the hell they call nurseries plantations? But they still call them plantations now. They still get away with that. Whatever. They grow palm trees, but they call it a plantation. They grow pineapples, but they call it a plantation. In 2025. Anyway, so I think this training is free. I wonder what the hell Bosch equipment, because Bosch makes a number of different equipment. They do refrigeration, they do air conditioning, split systems. They also do water. They make tankless systems. So I don't quite know what this is. Bosch had a factory, a warehouse, a manufacturing facility in Broadview, Illinois, down the street from where my father's shop was. And the funny fact is, the guys that came in that was asking us back in the 90s, back in like 98, 99, did we want to go on, only like 10 minutes away, did we want to go to the next town over and get free training on these new things called tankless water heaters? It was like, I ain't getting involved in that bullshit. And here it is, tankless is the thing. Tankless is the thing. All right, so let me go back. Oh, for the rest of you guys in Florida. Actually, I can change this, and you guys can change this to show only Florida. And I know people say I give a lot of preference to Florida. I used to live there, so yeah, I show quite a bit from Florida because I have a lot of connections to it. I didn't spend that much time in Denver. Only thing I've been to, as far as the West Coast I've gone to, was Vegas. I've never been to the actual water on the West. I've never been to the Pacific or Bosch training. What the hell? They're not saying what it is. I don't know if it's going to be Bosch air conditioners. I don't know if it's going to be Bosch tankless water heaters. Hey, and then I can show you guys where the yeah, yeah, I know, because that's very not Floridian of y'all, because y'all you guys. Oh, you forgot about the pants. It also said pants, because in Florida, for you guys that don't know, yeah, okay. For you guys that don't know, in Florida, it is standard attire to just wear shorts. Like when people go to work, they wear uniform shorts. Like service technicians wear shorts. UPS wears shorts. FedEx wears shorts. Postal Service wears shorts. Everybody wears shorts in Florida. Like I didn't. So like my arm, this arm was one color different from this arm, even though I live in Houston, Texas. But this arm was a different color from this one, and I refuse to have that damn tan line that they have in Florida because everybody wears shorts. Everybody wears shorts, and just like they said, people wear sandals, like Jesus sandals, like Kiva sandals. People wear sandals in Florida all year round to work. You hire somebody in South Florida, you got to be sure to tell them stuff like this. You got to be sure to tell them closed toe shoes. And they be like, damn, I ain't got none of them. I ain't got no closed toe shoes. I ain't got none of that. You're like, well, motherfucker, if you want to work here, you got to get you some shoes. They be like, yo, I swear to God, I swear. Florida boy, Florida man. Yeah. Says shorts. Do they wear flip flops and wife beaters? Not to work, but flip flops and wife beaters are standard attire in Florida. So much so that like going into Publix and stuff, they say, hey, we don't want you wearing wife beaters into Publix. We don't want you wearing wife beaters into Walmart. It's a thing, bro. It's a thing. It is a thing. Bro, I don't know what the insurance was like. This is so many years ago. I don't know what the insurance is like in Florida, but it's everybody wears it. Everybody wears it, and because there's so many people from, all the way from not just Central America, not just a lot of Hondurans and Belizeans, but you got a lot of Brazilians. You got a lot of Argentinians that are up there in Florida. Brazilians, Argentinians. Oh, how the hell can I forget? Guyanese. You got a lot of people from French Guyana and regular Guyana up there, and them motherfuckers just refuse to wear shoes. Them motherfuckers refuse to wear shoes. Absolutely, positively refuse. And of course, we can't forget about Cuba. We can't forget about Cuba. So a lot of Cuban cats, a lot of them don't like wearing shoes either. We ain't gonna talk about the Haitians; they don't want to wear shoes. Jamaicans, they don't want to wear the shoes neither. Bahamians don't want to wear shoes. So it's a hassle. It's a hassle to get them cats to wear shoes, bro. It is a foreign concept to them people, bro. It is a foreign concept. They don't want to do it. But yes, in South Florida, you will find cats wearing shell toe boots and work shorts in South Florida. That is you might find 1 month out of the year where they're not wearing, and that might be like I ain't even gonna say January. That might be like February. Like February, cats might Chime in the chat. February, right? February people, and it's not every February. It's like one every now and then. It might get cold. It might get like 70, 65 degrees in like February, because like January, it'll still be 75 degrees. It was to be 83 in January. But like February, it might dip down, and then you'll see cats wear a t-shirt. But some is just nah, I'm gonna power through this. I'm wife beater. They know that the wife beater. This is my dress up wife beater. I swear to you. That's Florida, bro. It's Florida. You could hear my voice. I'm still traumatized after all these years. Florida. My wife can go back there without me. Without my ass. Like, yo, I'm gone. You live there now. Oh, Harrisburg. Harrisburg got the Manitowoc. There you go, Fredericksburg, Maryland, Asperg, New Jersey, Elmsford, New York. All right, so yeah, next year, be ready for your ice machine classes. So as you can see, Manitowoc and Scotsman. I don't think Isomatic is still on board just yet, but they're coming in hot and heavy next year. Well, starting December really, but this is next year is hot and heavy. So December and January, yeah, it's gonna be fast and furious. So be on the lookout. So all you guys that are new, yeah, they just don't know when they're gonna have the classes. And my app, wait a minute, you're in the Maryland area, right? Aren't you like down this way? I don't know how far this is gonna be for you. Who'd you say your stuff was? Such Fredericks, Maryland. Oh, because you're gonna have Manitowoc stuff is kind of still split between Baker and United Refrigeration. So there are training classes held by Baker and other people. I like to show United Refrigeration because I get to cover quite a bit. I get to cover quite a bit when I talk about URI. Yeah, I get to cover quite a bit. But Baker, hold on, let me go back here. Baker. Baker events. And Baker is based in Florida, by the way. So see, if I do Baker, they're going to show Gainesville, Florida, Austin, Texas. Uh-oh, hold on a second. Damn, hold on, let me just do this. Baker events. And you can search this stuff yourself. I do my best to try to let you guys know where to find this stuff. People seem to think that these events are set in stone, that everybody knows when they are, where they are, and nothing could be further from reality. People don't know when they are, where they are. It's based on the trainer's availability. The trainer has to be available. The location has to be available. People have to pay for it. It's a big undertaking. Okay, so you went. Yeah, I know. So if they still don't know, I mean, it is what it is. Because they might not have one. Might not have one. But here are, like I said, this is Bosch. So there are split system classes. So Gree. So you got Gree. So they're gonna have Gree. They're gonna have Bosch, stuff like that. Now this is Baker. This is Baker. There's Lakeland, Florida. Laredo, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina. That's once again, that's for Gree, my bad. And here's the Bosch. And this is Bosch product training. This is West Virginia. They're gonna have their product training right there. So more than likely, all of these product trainings are going to be for their central air system units, these A2L products that they have. That's what that's. I'm 99% certain that's what that's. And if you guys are interested about tankless water heaters and things like that, I can show you where the training is for that. For those different oh, there's Heatcraft. There's Heatcraft, Gainesville, Florida. Let's see what this is. December 2nd. What are they covering? Let me see what they're covering. Let me take it off the screen so you can see a little more. See, so this one is at the Santa Fe College. So they have to figure out where they're gonna hold these. Okay, and it's $25 for now. This is for walk-in refrigeration. This is not AC. This is for walk-ins. This is Heatcraft. This is the new A2L training that they're giving. You could always call. This is Baker. You could always call Baker and ask specifically what they're going to be talking about, if they're going to be covering the new intelligence system, or if they're going to be doing more than that. And they're gonna feed you for the $25. So this is a technical training session, not a sales pitch. All right, not that. Oh, good. That my app, that is going to depend on your state. So you need to ask about that. Texas. Let me make myself bigger here. Texas years ago Texas had the standpoint where they didn't care. And I think the plumbers unions kind of like put some screws to them. So now it is, the restrictions is on installation, but it's still gray about replacement. It's still gray. So you don't need a license to remove them. You don't need a license to fix them, right? So they have, they have electric, you got gas, and they just have regular strikers and stuff like that for the gas. They have sensors, all that kind of stuff. The issue with the tankless comes in with the ventilation. So the ones that are indoors, they have fresh air in and the combust. We'll just say the dangerous air out. For lack of better term, I can't get it out right now. And so if there is any type of leakage where the poisonous air is not vented out properly, you can harm people. And so that's kind of like where they were able to kick up a fuss. But anyone can remove one and anyone can service one. You just can't. My whole thing is about the repair, because the tankless water systems have a computer board on them. They have boards. They have a flame sensor window, stuff like that. And it's like, so they would have to prevent. You would have to have a license for anyone that works on the computer board. So you can't restrict people from doing that. But it's just certain things like installation. You have to be, in certain parts of the country, you have to be a certified person, and they cover all of that in different training classes. So hold on one second. Renai. Let me go over Renai. Tankless water heater, and there's a number of them. You got Renai, you got Bosch, There's a number of them, and you guys see me cover it when I do lives and stuff like that. And I work on them from time to time, but you're going to have to talk with the. Don't just talk with the distributor and the dealers because they don't really know. They're going to tell you some bullshit. You're going to want to talk with the local municipality and ask them what the rules are as far as tankless water heaters, because it's wild. So sometimes the owner can do it, but they can't hire somebody else to do it that isn't certified in plumbing. So it all depends on where you are. So I'm in Texas, and I couldn't tell you about what the rules are in your area, but they have free training. All this stuff is free. Let me see let me show you give you the link for the Renai tankless water heater, and that's where we're going to now. Everybody is going with tankless. They're forcing people into hold on a second. They're forcing people into tankless. Hold on a second. Let me just Google it then. We go Renai training. Because Renai has theirs. So here it is where, Inspire Brands, Arby's, Sonic, Baskin Robbins, all these places, and you're going to have your schools, Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's what they do. They make these organizations go with it. Yeah, your hotels, Jimmy John's, Planet Fitness, Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, wait. I thought it was Omnibus. OHM Hotels, Concord Hospitality Group. So stuff like that. Hold on, let me see. I don't know why it's not under resources. And as many times as I've done work on, especially on Renai, many times I've done work on tankless water heaters, they've never asked me anything ever about stuff. You can actually buy these at Home Depot. Hold on, let me do this. Training. They have their online. Yeah, it's going to be through the app. The Renai Central app is where they put everything. So here it is. I don't know if I can log in through this one. Yeah, I can't log in through this browser. But here are the Renai classes. Oh yeah, they do have some that they charge for. The entry level, the beginning classes are free. They have more in-depth classes where those are charged. See, like level 2, that's the online class. They're not going to let you take this until you do the other ones. At least I don't think. Oh, I'd have to sign in. Anyway. E-learning, 2 credits, there's lessons, introduction, they teach you all about the tankless units. And then they actually tell you where they have hands-on class. You can also become an authorized Renai installer. So they provide you with all the training, all the classes. They do have one or two sit-down classes that you take before they give you your certificate, where they're going to sit you down with you actually have to work on the system there, and then they stamp you with the whole Renai thing. They put you on the website, they give you logos and all this other stuff, and which is very nice. Which is very nice, so especially for you guys that are into HVAC. So which one do you want to do? You got the tankless boilers. That's going to be a whole nother animal. my. And it's not just Renai. Tankless authorized service provider. Find Renai Pro. So once you do all this stuff, you're going to 33, 4, 4, 1. All right, let's see what we got going on. I'm sorry if I delved off, if I dive off into this other stuff like that. But you would then be put onto such a list like this once you finish with their training, and then people are going to be able to call you. And just so you know, every house has to have hot water. You know what I'm saying? And with the tankless, you actually end up with multiple. They actually have this zone heating and all this other stuff. On the commercial side, they actually will chain 4 of them together. They tell you exactly how many you can chain together and how to do it. That's what the training is all about. How many you need to chain together in order to supply the proper hot water. And then right here, Renai Pro Network. So they're going to give you the logo. They have you listed, and then you're going to be listed not only with Renai, but with the different dealers, all that kind of good stuff. You too will be on the list. And it's not just them, it's Bosch. Bosch tankless water heater training. Everybody is still in the midst of looking for technicians, and this would be independent. But once again, like I said, I don't know what the laws are like in your area. Not all tankless heaters are gas. Some are electric. What the hell is this? I didn't think this is. I said for come on, live wire. I was asking for tankless. I typed in tankless. I could have swore I typed in tankless. Anyway, Bosch does training. There's the Bosch water heaters, and they have tankless. And as you can see from here, they do hands-on. Bosch does hands-on training. So you can dive into that. This is with their home comfort. Quite a few people are expanding their commercial and residential home comforts divisions. So not Renai, but Navien. Navien has air conditioning now. Navien. People don't like Navien, just so you know. But you got Navien. Navien is Korean, South Korean, of course. But there's infield training near you. We'll do Florida. And we will do West Palm. My bad. I just want to see you guys. If you guys see it, I need to take myself off the screen. And hey, chime in. Let me know if this is something that you guys aren't particularly interested. Oh yeah, cars doing the training. Oh, that's the sales rep. Field training, right? So this is the distributor for them, and they're the ones that do the training. See the event calendar. All right, let's see here. Fort Lauderdale, yada yada yada, Cayman. But so Navien has they have combi boilers, they have the water heaters. This is what they call them, combi boilers. Tankless. There you go. There's your tankless water heaters. Or boilers, whatever. Let me show you the tankless water heaters overview. So these are the ones that have the circle of death. These are by far the combi of. I mean, oh, was I saying combi ovens? I'm not bad. These are the tankless water heaters that are out there. I would say that Navien has more tankless water heaters out there in the market than anybody else. They flooded the market, but they also have more service calls than anybody else. Sometimes it's just easier just to unscrew these and then replace them with ones that are that are available. It is what it is. It is what it is. And so I often replace these. See, they show here you got 5. Yeah, you got 5 in series. Here, a commercial situation. And before, yes, it was hot water tanks. And they got rid of the hot water tanks, and then they went with tanks. And, so many people are doing that. And let me show you. You can find these at any. And so these are inside and out units. So I don't know which one is which. Hold on a second. These units are natural gas or propane. Yeah. Oh, these are universal for interior or exterior. Okay. Yeah, Florida and Texas, you would find ours inside or out. Okay, and the NPNE, those are only exterior, and the NPNU, those could be inside or out. Okay. All right. Non-condensing tankless water heaters. Yeah, because the heat exchangers go bad on Navien. It is a major problem with Navien. Yeah, right. So that's what I said. So to install, they want you to be a plumber. So that's what you're seeing in your market too. To install, they want you to be a plumber. But once it's already installed, no one in Texas had gave me any pushback. No one had any answers for me on servicing them, right? Because hell, I service ovens and dishwashers and everything else. It's hooked up to water, and it uses elements and everything else like that. So what the hell is the difference between a commercial dishwasher of a 220 volt and above commercial dishwasher with elements and ventilation from a tankless water heater? Help a brother out. I do hot water boilers. Explain to me what the difference is. I deal with kettle, steam tilted kettles and that kind of thing. Where's the difference? I don't see a difference. I deal with gas equipment. I don't see a difference. I deal with combi ovens. There's no law. You don't have to have a license to work on a combi oven. And what is a combi oven doing? It builds up pressure, locked behind a door, and it's spritzing water onto a heating element. So all kind of stuff. And that's a bomb. That's a combi oven. Just so you guys know, a combi oven is a bomb. When they do blow, people go deaf. Unfortunately, when they do blow, it is an unfortunate thing. They're designed with safety features so that they don't kill people. They're designed with safety features so that they don't blow and make people deaf. But there's a rare occurrence when a technician might try to bypass or use a non-OEM part or universal parts, and then bad things happen. And people get hurt. All right, Home Depot. So when you go look at tankless water heaters, everybody sells tankless water heaters. There's gas, there's electric, and what do we have? We got Rinnai. So there's the Ream and Renai. Ream has training classes as well. So you got Ream, Renai. And does Lowe's sell Navien? Let me see if Lowe's is the one that sells Navien. Who the hell is selling all these? Oh, they're selling A.O. Smith. A.O. Smith has classes. A.O. Smith has classes. Well, I don't want the damn hot water heaters. A.O. Smith. I think Navien is found at plumbing supply houses. You find Navien more at plumbing supply houses. Because I know Navien is water tankless. Water heater, Ferguson. I think Navien is available from Ferguson. Tankless. Oh, so they're also selling Ream. They're selling Ream. So they might have kicked out Navien. So if you've seen this outside, that's the tankless water heater. The heating element goes bad. Yes, the heating element. Yeah, Untamed Kango is right. The heating element goes bad on the tankless, faster than the regular. Yes. They short out onto the copper tubes due to the scale. Yes, they have to be descaled. Yes. I'm glad he brought this up. Now, hold on, let me make myself big. You do not have to be licensed. Even if they want you to be licensed for installing tankless water heaters, you do not have to be licensed at all to clean them. Let me show you the video. You have to clean these units. I'm glad Untamed Kango said that, because you do not descale a tankless water heater. And I push for quarterly. If you do not descale them, your water heater is done. Your water heater is done. And let me see how many people got. All right, I've been on here almost 2 hours. I'm gonna show you this real quick, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. And I've shown you guys this video before, but we have new people. YouTube, tankless water heater descale. So they call it flushing.
Hi, my name is Matt Reisinger of the Reisinger Homes. Welcome to my video blog dedicated to building science and fine craftsmanship. I want to talk to you today about a real basic thing that most homeowners are neglecting on their house: maintaining their tankless water heaters. These Renai tankless water heaters are great water heaters. We've been using them for about 10 years now in my houses. I really like them, but they do need to be maintained. You want to know that these water heaters, if they're in a hard water area like Austin, Texas, they need to be flushed about every 12 to 18 months, depending on your use. So if you're a family of 2, you might be able to go 18 months before you flush these. If you're a larger family of 3 or 4, including the thermostatic valves, it's a mess. It's a lot of work. You really want to clean these regularly so you don't have any problems. It's a pretty simple process. We're going to use about 3 gallons of white vinegar. You do need to get a submersible pump, and there's a link on the bottom of this video to one that you can get through Amazon. You've got a flush kit installed. If you don't have these 2 valves on your tankless water heater, you cannot do this operation. These basically look like a hose installed without these. These need to be here. Okay, first on to the unit. So the electricity is still running to this unit going into the hot water heater, and there's no hot going out. Okay, so first thing I want to do is actually I'm going to open this valve a little bit. Hopefully I won't hit the camera with the pressure. Pick up about 3 gallons of cheap distilled white vinegar. I'm using just standard 5% acidity, nothing special here. A couple bucks a gallon. We need about 3 gallons of this, 4 gallons of that, something in that range.
You are not doing this.
And then we need that 5-gallon bucket. I actually poured a couple gallons of the vinegar already into this bucket right here. We're going to pour 1 more gallon in here, so now we've got about.
Just so you know, changing that heat exchanger, if it is not under warranty, the cost of that is going to be the cost of a new tankless water heater.
Next, we need our sump pump. This sump pump is going to sit in the bottom of this bucket, and this bucket that I've got is a nice flush kit that you'll see a link to in Amazon.
This is an 8-minute video, and he's doing this step by step. It does not take long to set this up, and you can run a descale cycle on a tankless water heater while you're doing something else at that school, at that hotel, at the while you're cleaning ice machines. You could also charge them to descale their tankless water heater.
One is going to work. It may be time for me to upgrade these hoses. We're about to find out. Now we're going to run a line from the hot side right back into the tank. So all we're doing is we're making a big continuous loop, nothing special. Okay.
So essentially two hoses and a submersible pump.
Plug the tank in and let
you can actually use the Milwaukee vacuum pump a stick pump.
I'm kind of like Cinderella. The squirrels help me out over here. Oops. Yeah, see, that's my problem on this one. Let me tighten this up just a little bit more. Let's go back to the handy scale tool and see if we can get it tightened.
Yeah, you get it tightened with it. You gotta have some pliers.
Pair of channel locks. That would
there you
help
go.
Greatly last time. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna tighten this up a little bit.
There you
go. A little bit of rust on here, and we want to tighten that up until we got a good seal. All right, if you plug that pump in now, our hour and a half is probably a little better. All we're doing is just recycling that vinegar through the boiler.
Yeah, just constantly running. Like he said, he's running for like an hour, hour and a half.
The exact same process to hook it up, except in reverse. We're gonna undo these. We're gonna close these valves. Then we're going to open up the.
So there you go. Showing you that this guy is, you can actually charge for other items while you're working on something else. So while you're having the ice machine go through a cleaning cycle, you can have the tankless go through its descaling. So you're doubling up on your charges. You can actually do your PM, and now you're going ahead and you're taking care of 2-3 different items. If they have a dishwasher, you can descale the dishwasher. So you can do the ice machine, tankless, dishwasher. You could descale other items, combi ovens. You could descale the steamers. So the steamers don't have a cleaning cycle. So those you typically have to put in your descaling solution, and you want to turn the machine on and clean those out. And you can have all this stuff going over to the your steamer, get that cleaned out, and then work your way backwards. Finish with the next item on the ice machine, then go ahead and disconnect everything on the tankless, and then go back and finish up with the final cycle on the ice machine. So anyway, so there's a number of things to cover, a number of different ways to make money. And once again, how you find those places, how you find them to make money is using the health department. So using the health department, you can get the location, you can get the name, you can get the number of this facility, because everybody's going to ask you, oh, did the health department send you over there? You can say, hey, look, we handle health department issues. So you kind of hint that, just say, hey, look, we deal with health department issues. Whatever the health department tells you that you need to take care of as far as the equipment, as far as if your water is not hot enough, let's just say, so they want the water to be 123 degrees or 120 degrees, and it's like 119, 118, 110. And they go, oh, we don't know what's wrong with it. It's because the tankless, and they have a tankless, it's because the tankless water heater, the inside is scaled up. And so it's insulating it's insulating the tubing on the inside, and it cannot get as hot as what it should. The tankless needs to be clean. You need to check if it's gas, you need to check the strikers and all that other kind of stuff. But if you just descale that tankless, that's going to get their water back up to that 100, 123 degrees that they need. to pass the inspection on the hot. And you can also clean all the condenser coils on all the refrigeration and all that kind of stuff. So these are things that you can do that don't require any great technical skill. Doesn't require technical skill to descale the tankless. There's plenty of videos on it, plenty of training on it. Doesn't require technical skill to, like I said, to clean the condenser coils on the refrigeration. Doesn't take technical skills to descale the ice machines. Clean the ice machines, descale them. There is no license needed for any of that. There's no, I mean, other than a business license, but there's no certification, none of that. To make money, good money, repetitive service calls. So you're going out every 3 or every 4 months to the exact same locations, and you're taking care of that equipment so that it functions properly, right? So without that, the dishwasher isn't going to function properly, especially at a low temp. Low temp doesn't have a heater, and so the health department dings them on the water, and then ding them on the dishwasher. And the reason why they're getting hit on the dishwasher is because the dishwasher only goes to 110 degrees, and they want it to be 150, 120. I said, yeah, I gotta clean your tankless. So now you're doubled up. You're making money off the dishwasher. You're making money off the tankless. It's a lot more to this business than what you guys are aware of. You're really not going to know what's out there until you get into it. Start with the health department list. If your health department list isn't online or anything like that, you can always call them and ask them for a list. Start with locations closest to you. So actually, that's what Houston's got me doing. I got to actually start hitting them up on each individual places. They want to play those games? I'll play those games right there with them. They're free and available to the public. They got to give it to me. So, hey, if that's what they want to do, then that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That is what we're doing. So I'm signing up for this. What the hell is this? Texas. Why is this thing playing games with me? United States. Damn, what the hell? This thing is gotta go all the way down. I hate when they do this. Oh, it's under USA. Oh, that sucks. Texas. Now I can submit this damn thing. All right, so now I am set for this training class, this webinar on Copeland. Anyway, thanks for being here with me. We've reached the 2-hour mark. We've reached the 2-hour. Where's my Mr. Rogers?
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
I'm glad you guys have made it, suffered through this whole 2-hour thing with me. I have no problem with showing you guys any facet of the commercial equipment industry, showing you where the money is, repetitive money. So yeah, you're not going to be installing a tankless water heater, but you could damn sure descale them and you get that money every damn quarter. You damn sure change the elements and change the strikers and all that kind of stuff, change the board, do the heat exchanger, that kind of stuff. So all those type of things. And who knows? I mean, I don't know what the rules are as far as replacing one with the exact same one. Maybe somebody had to tell me about that one day. Hopefully not. Hopefully I won't get into too much trouble. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. It is what it is. But I am here on Mondays and Thursdays. I do go live periodically throughout the week during the day, where you get to see me do my thing live. And I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I'm almost at 1,000. I only need like 30. I need 70. I need like 73 more people to join the channel so that I can get monetized and stop asking for people to contribute to the channel. And with that, this is how you can contribute. Yes, hit the like, share, subscribe. That helps the channel out greatly. So then I can start. Once I get up to 1,000, I can get monetization on videos that I create, and then I'll start making my videos for play. I'll make smaller videos, at least 10 to 12 or 10 to 15 minute videos, because those would then be monetized. I would also need once I get up to like 1,200 or 1,500 subscribers, then I can get sponsorships from Copeland or Dan Foss, that type of thing. But I can't get it until I get a certain number of subscribers. But anyway, once again, this is how you can contribute to the channel. $1, 50 cents, 25 cents, $5, whatever, you feel comfortable contribute to the channel. This is what keeps everything going. My apps is a contributor to the channel. Untamed Kango is contributed to the channel. Oh yeah, Daryl. Mike Adams contributes to the channel. Let's see here. We have Brother Frank. Brother Frank always contributes to the channel. Appreciate him 1,000%. Let's see who else we got in here. Oh, that's about it. And I welcome all you new guys. I appreciate you for being here, injecting new blood into the channel, asking your questions. Please don't hesitate to put your questions into the chat after the video's over with, or any other existing videos. I get a notification whenever you do, so then it's like you're messaging me directly, and then I can address whatever questions you guys have in a new video, and I can address them on lives if you're actually on one of the lives that I do. And with that, let's see here. What we're gonna take you guys out with. I'm gonna get you guys with the Be Relentless. I know that.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
We are same, but different, but still same.
Trust me, I need every single. And let's see here. What do we have here?
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
See you guys next time.